Anthony Joshua sounds triggered amid rumors that he's willing to step aside potentially to allow Tyson Fury, fellow countryman, and Alexander Usyk fight instead of Usyk rematch in the UK. I'm going to talk about all that and more in this video. You dig? Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Anthony Joshua denies step-aside deal for Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Quote, "Stop listening until it comes from me directly." This is DAZN.com. And without further ado, roll the clip.
Bad about all these interviews I see certain interviews that quote what I said. I think to myself, I ain't done no interviews. Where did this person get this information from? I'm hearing people saying AJ accepts 15 million to step aside. I ain't signed no contract. I ain't seen no contract. So as it stands, stop listening to the bullshit until it comes from me. I'm the man in control of my destiny. I'm the man that handles my business. I'm a smart individual and I make calculated decisions every step of the way. Don't listen to the bullshit from other sources. If I tell you something, then you know it's.
Now, you guys heard from Anthony Joshua himself. This particular article that I've pulled up is linked from. Joshua said this on his social media. He said, "Hey, man, don't listen to nothing unless it comes from me. I didn't sign no paperwork. I don't know what they're talking about." Now, a couple of different things. The initial company that I seen report this was the Telegraph right here. It says Anthony Joshua offered $15 million or willing to take 15 million pounds to step aside is on the cards. Eddie Hearn discussing proposal and options. And I think they actually revamped and changed the titling, but I made a video about this. And if you listen to the video, throughout the video, since this wasn't my source or anything like that, throughout the video I says if this is true, and then I gave my thoughts on Anthony Joshua potentially taking step aside money. So my tracks are covered. I even put in the metadata in the title according to the Telegraph or according to a report, right? But so I'm covered. I told you guys explicitly in that video where I announced the news that this is if this information is accurate, which we'll wait and see. Now, that aside, I find it interesting that Joshua sounds so livid and triggered by this rumor. And I believe the initial author of that Telegraph clip that reported him as being down to take the $15 million that kicked off other reports. And you have to understand, this is a Daily Mail, Sky Sports, they all reported about this, right? So the funny thing is this, Anthony Joshua sounded angry and triggered, and he's saying like, yo, it's all BS. But the funny thing is the information come from the UK. Like nobody in America that I seen prior to me was reporting anything about a step aside deal until that initial report came out from the Telegraph, again UK based. Then it was picked up by others like the Daily Mail. Anthony Joshua claims he's focused and they got articles or whatever. So it's funny that Joshua in his response video, he didn't really call out the actual culprit. The culprit was UK reporters. And I know he knows the reporter personally, and so does Tyson Fury. And he says, stop listening to people. And he's like, I didn't do any interviews, so where's this information coming from? Meet with me. And I'm like, why didn't he call out the actual source, that the Telegraph, which initially put this out and kicked off this whole frenzy? Now, I believe they've interviewed the UK reporter with the Telegraph, Gareth Davies, and he said something to the effect of Joshua didn't deny the step aside money. So that's where it's at. Joshua previously, see, this is the reason. The reason that the floodgates are now open for the conversation for Joshua to be judged is because Joshua previously said stuff like Joshua claims he is focused on taking the belt back from Usyk, right? So once you say stuff like that and say you're triggering a rematch, if you then go back on your word, and if these reports turn out to be true and you do take the step aside money, then it's going to be a bad look, point blank, period. So we'll see. At the end of the day, we'll see what Joshua decides. Here's another UK company, TalkSport, and after my video, he's saying the same thing. I don't even know who this is, the person they asked, but it says, opinion, where is the integrity? Simon Jordan questions Anthony Joshua's principles over possible step aside to allow Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, as he insists Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis would have never done the same. So he's basically more or less saying exactly what I said. If Joshua takes step aside money, it will be a walking L and it'll be a bad look. So this is Talk Sports Simon Jordan has called out his mentality into question while assessing the current situation in boxing in the heavyweight division. So I guess a UK boxing reporter is saying exactly what I told you. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. If Joshua does not fight Usyk next because he is stepping aside, that will be a bad look. Joshua, he's getting mad and denying the claims. We'll see. We'll see what his next move is. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. Time will reveal that. But my video remains, because I seen some people sent me the article. Everything I said in the video is still pertinent. I said, if these reports are true and if Joshua takes the step aside money to potentially allow any other fight instead of exercising the rematch clause, it's going to show us stuff about Joshua and really show me his team is not confident in placing Joshua back in with Usyk, which is a direct contradiction to what Joshua's been saying about, hey, I'm going to get the belts back and I'm going to be the 3-time champion, etc. So no more, no less, nothing else needs to be said. It's all up on Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua to see what he decides. But Joshua's reaction to it, it kind of makes you wonder, is he not taking the step aside money? Because just because the reports came out and he's like, don't listen to the BS, I didn't say it, listen to me. Okay, so fair enough. We'll see what Joshua decides to do. I can't wait. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.